Hi, the name's Jame, and welcome to day 11 of my Build a Day challenge. Today, I'm gonna do a fairly small build compared to the previous ones I've been doing, because I don't have quite as much time today. I only have about an hour. So today, I'm just gonna build a small park in this forest here. Nothing too big. I will take this time to try and put in a couple of custom trees, hopefully get a little bit better at those. But yeah, so it's probably just going to be sort of a circular, perhaps like a fountain in the middle, and then some grassed area along the outside with some custom trees around there. So I will clear out some land and outline roughly where these things are going to be. Okay. So this wasn't a huge amount of work, as you can probably tell, but I've just put a basic outline of what's going to be around. This will be where I'm going to put a fountain. It'll probably be something along these lines, just a basic idea, but I'll obviously make it a little bit more complicated than just two pillars with some water source blocks on top. And all of these bits of green terracotta, I think it's lime terracotta technically, are going to be custom trees of varying sizes. I'm not sure how well these are going to go, but I thought I may as well give it a try. I don't know if I'm going to get all of these in or if this might be too many. But I'm going to try my best anyway. They're probably not going to be super huge, but also not incredibly small either. I'm not going to try and mimic the forest type of tree. I'm just going to go all out and see what I can do. So I think I'm going to start off with the fountain. It's not going to be anything too crazy insane, but I will figure something out with that. Okay, so the fountain is done. It looks all right. Um, I'll put some shroom lights down here just to light it up when it's dark. And you know, it's a fountain, does what it does. But the real reason why I'm building a park here is because of these custom trees that I have to build. As I said, I'm not going to build them too huge, but I'm not sure of the exact scale. I'll have to build one and see. But I do have to make a choice of what sort of leaves I use as a majority, or if I put a gradient in. I know leaf gradients are something that people do, but I'm in a forest biome right now, and the one that I would see making sense being not like this, sorry, like this sort of thing, just doesn't work because of the oak leaves color. It's that's not a gradient. Um, so the alternative is something like this, which would be bad, but again, that's just a very big jump. So I'll have to give it some thought, and so when you see me next, I will hopefully have figured out what sort of leaves I have, and also come up with a basic sort of shape for one of these custom trees. Not sure which one I'll use yet. Quick update. So I've made a shape for this tree. I'm using spruce wood for it. I think it's an alright shape. I've put a few or a bunch of roots down here. My idea for these trees is they're going to sort of they're going to droop down. So the main leaves I'm going to use are the jungle leaves, but then for all the stuff that sort of droops down from it, I'm going to use these azalea leaves, and I'll probably put some spore blossoms in there as well. So now I'm going to try and put some leaves on these trees, or on this tree. Okay, so here's this tree finished now. I'm quite pleased with it, honestly. It's a really good shape. It's a little lopsided, but I think that's alright, because it's going to be surrounded by a bunch of others as well. But yeah, I don't really have a huge amount to say about this one. I just sort of spam clicked and with jungle leaves and saw what looked good, and then deleted the things that didn't, and then put some of these azalea and flowering azalea droopy bits underneath, and I think it's turned out really quite well. But that's only one of the so many of the trees that I put in, so I'm going to start working on, I suppose, just the ones next to it and whatnot, and just continue around until I've built a bunch of them. Update. Done. It's just three more since then, and they're all turning out pretty nicely. I'm a big fan of the shapes that I'm putting in here, and the droopy down leaves I think was a really good decision on my part. I think the area might end up being a little bit sparse, so I might fill in a lot of the space with just some perhaps like piles of flowering azalea around the place, just to infer, perhaps these are actually like falling down and creating, piles of bushes uh, underneath where they've been. I don't know. Just a thought. I've still got a bunch of these trees to go, so I just thought I should give you an update. Okay, so custom trees are done. I'm quite pleased with all of these. I think it's a really, really nice atmosphere that it's made through the section. There are some holes here, which I might just fill up with standard trees rather than make any customs. I'm running a little bit low on time as it is, so I'll probably do that. But before I get to that, I am going to put a couple of, these flowering azalea bushes just around the place. This is going from a park to more of a sort of a hidden, I don't know, I suppose just a hidden mystic park sort of thing. So I might even put some amethyst clusters and that sort of stuff around just to show it off, perhaps some small rocks as well. So I'll just check in once I've done that, and that'll probably be the end of the build. Okay, so I've put in a bunch of smaller details, these amethyst clusters, a lot of these flowering azalea bits, a couple of rocks around, and I've also put lighting blocks everywhere at differing light levels, as you can probably see. I got rid of the shroom lights here and replaced it with a slightly darker light in the middle here. And I think it really just creates a brilliant atmosphere at night. And during the day, it also looks pretty alright as well, I would say. I'm really pleased with these trees. I think they look really quite nice. If I wasn't in a forest, I probably would have used a slightly different type of tree and maybe put a few more leaf variations in here, but I think with what I've got, it really does look quite good. Yeah. Oh, let's figure this out. There we go. That's it for today's Build a Day challenge. And as always, thank you very much.